Hey guys, what's going on? I've decided to pull the RB25 that's in my Stagea apart to investigate why it's knocking and then make a decision from there. If it's something I can fix, I'll try and fix it, and if it's, if the damage is too bad, then I'm just going to have to find some other motor or come up with some other plan. So the first step in getting that motor apart is actually getting it out of the Stagea, which, being all-wheel drive, means it's a whole mission. The front diff for these cars is actually in the sump, in the engine oil sump. It's a weird setup. I've never really understood why they did that, but that's how it is. So in order to remove the engine, both CVs have to come out and then separate the engine from the gearbox and dust the engine out. A lot of people have told me it's not possible, or it's possible but it's a lot harder. So let's dive right in. First thing is going to be taking the CVs out from both sides and then unbolting the gearbox from the engine, and then from there it's basically all the ancillary stuff, and then pull the engine up, out of the engine bay, pop it on a stand and start taking it apart to investigate the damage. So let's get to it, guys. CVs out, let's go. So underneath the car now, the passenger side CV has 6 bolts holding it together, which you can see here. So I'm going to take these off, rotate the wheel while it's off the ground. Then I can worry about the driver's side later. That wheel's got to come off, and then that CV will just pop out that way, I think. One interesting thing is that this CV boot, you can see, is completely split open somewhere, so I'm not sure where. Oh, there we go, look at that. Big old hole. Well, I'll have to replace that anyway. And so that's the last bolt there. You can see it's all starting to pull away from the transmission side a little bit, so that's a pretty good sign. I think we're pretty free. Yeah. That's the starter motor, a couple of bolts that might be easy to get to from the top. We'll see how we go. So that's that little plug undone from the starter. And so the top bolt on the starter motor is more easily accessed from the top. You can see just down there, you can just make out the head of it. 14mm, hopefully I can get it from here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you can see down there the starter's now free from the gearbox. So I'll go down underneath and finish disconnecting the wiring harness and then pull it out from underneath the car. So I have half a thread left in it. Beautiful. Where do you want to go? Just walk out that way. Can you get through? You go through first. No, you have to go first. Hey. Alright, so she's loose now. Yeah. So now we should be able to add enough leverage. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so now that we've got the CV out from the driver's side, which was a huge pain in the butt, now I've started taking the gearbox bolts out. So that one's just loose there, but the others have come out from the bottom. The starter motor I already took out from the up the top there. So these are like 14 or 15mm. This one is weird, it's like a 15 and a 16. Go figure, I don't know why. And then there's a couple up on the top There's only one left on the other side at the top left to go. While I'm down here as well, I'm just going to explain about the clutch. So because this is a pull type clutch, it's got its own different way of going together. So you have to get a screwdriver in this hole. So to help me do that, I removed the slave cylinder so that it wasn't pushing against the fork, and then I can kind of manipulate the fork as I need to get in there. So up in there, there's a little gap for the throwout bearing. And so there's a little clip in there. It's kind of like a circlip that holds it together. So you have to get a screwdriver up in that gap and then sort of twist it to pop that clip apart. And then that'll pop the little circlip off the throwout bearing, and that's what holds it all together. So this needs to be released before you can pull the motor off the gearbox.
It's just a bit pulled right out.
Yeah! I'll show you how it's done.
Oh, yeah. Just the one you forgot.
Yeah, I don't even know what's there.
Pulling out the other stand on the other side?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
You've done this before. You want me to?
Yep.
Take it up.
More? Because we can't lift the gearbox up any higher.
Won't go higher.
Well, it's over against the tunnel.
The front of this has to go down.
Can't go down because there's a steering rack there and a sump there.
All-wheel drive.
And, the motor needs to come back
What happening?
because the clutch is still attached.
You can't pop it off now. Oh, is the fork not moving now?
No, the fork's solid.
Because it's
Got pressure
been
on it.
pulled
Pressure
forwards
on it.
by the motor, right. What are you doing?
I'm trying to slide the pin out of the clutch fork
Hey, Chris,
inside the valve housing.
can someone hit the jack on the gearbox up?
Alright.
Peak side? Yeah.
It's closer at the bottom.
Closer at the bottom.
Yeah.
Can you
Forward. Oh, he's there at the bottom.
Oh, the fucking CV is stuck
Yeah.
on me now.
Just seen that. Yeah.
Show me.
We'll go back. CV cup. So yeah, it's going to go back that way and lift up here sort of thing. Yeah, I know.
Stop.
Yeah.
Watch your feet.
Beauty.
That harness here
Yep.
Yeah.
can stay on the motor,
Right.
but this one here has to come off.
Yeah,
these
that's
two
easy.
rods here.
What about this one?
That's part of your engine.
That one. This thing, let me get off the motor. Cool. Yep, go up.
Yeah.
I hope you have enough room under that door.
Up and out, bro.
Oh, I thought that was I thought she was next.
Yeah, easy. Easy. Plenty of room.
Oh, beauty.
Now drop it down. So it's not hanging up so high.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
It's always
Like there's a hose clamp just sitting in there next to your shaft. What?
Not fucking.
not rubber?
Yeah, it's metal gun. You're all loose.
As it's going around, like as they're coming off, the other getting tight. Up and down. There we go. Got enough clutch kicks done on that? Yep. That's what I mean.
Ready?
Yep.
Good. That's it. Hook it. Look at that.
Well, there you go, guys. That's the engine out of the Stagea. Thanks very much to these guys once again. Pete, Robbie, Richard. Richard mainly for moral support, but he was still here.
And you ate pizza.
He ate pizza as well. Thanks very much, guys. As always, really appreciate the help.
Easy, bro.
So we'll get the engine slowly torn apart, and yeah, we'll see what we can find out about it, and see if we can figure out what went wrong, and start the rebuild process. Fun times. Catch you guys later.